Honey, it took me all week to find a fart to give for love and marriage. Huntsville. I feel like the show has run its course. The comeback group needs to go on. Now, this episode is about Tish worrying about her relationship with Kiki. How many times has Kiki told you she don't care? Because I know I don't. But we gonna look at Carlos King's latest flop. So we open with Tisha still yelling at cousin Kiki. Some families foul and you gotta set them free. So Kiki tells Tisha, look, you pulled away when I needed you the most and I guess that's why I wanted to hurt you. I don't know you, Kiki, but I could tell you couldn't do the work you needed to do by yourself, and Tisha had tried to help you over and over and over again. If there's one thing Tisha won't let go of, it's a relationship. She's still humping her big ugly, so I'm sure she gave you chance after chance. This heifer put you in rehab. I'm sorry, Kiki, I ain't buying your bull. So it's gonna take time, but they're going to move forward. I'm sorry, I don't trust the heifer. Because it's one thing to steal when you're on the smack, it's another thing to tell people's business. That's just foul. So Tisha invites her to a little fun girl event to make the first step, and I bet you Kiki gonna step in it. Why is Marceau meeting with his father who looks younger than him? I mean, I would say brothers, but that don't look like nobody's pappy. So his pappy's telling him he needs to slow down and enjoy his life, not just work to live. Anyway. After that, we got Kimmy going to meet Tisha all down in South Huntsville because they done pushed her out of desk at school. See, they've been pushing you around for 6 years. You ain't never grown. We need to see growth like Karen Huger. So Kimmy asked Tisha some advice on how to deal with her man. Honey, you've been with this big ugly forever and he ain't never gonna listen to you. Your marriage is a pulling teeth experience. Always has been, always will be. That's why he married you, because you're a pushover. If you don't give, he gonna get, because he ain't shit. But Melody called, and Tisha's face gets stained. Tisha said, can I speak to her for a second? What you want to say? So back at Casa Big Ugly, we got Tisha getting ready to go in on Marceau about kicking her out the office. So Marceau waxes sentimental about his pappy's preaching. Tish gets to the point, she's like, nobody should be telling me, the owner of the company, what's going on. Marceau's like, you really want to be involved in the hiring and firing? Yes, fool. You may look funny, but this is still her money. Oh my goodness, y'all acting like this is some Fortune 500, 8,000 employee opera-ray. I'm the president, I deal with day to day. You as the owner understand that there's a separate ray-ray. You just don't like your wife. He's comparing this to football. Robert Kraft, he lets Tom Brady win his championship. Girl, you got 5 people. 5. Marceau said, well, I wasn't hurt by you getting put out your office, but I guess I'll try a little better communique. But it's the night of Tisha's event and everybody shows up, even Messy Mel. Oh, Mel ain't show up. I confused Stormy's shiny bob for hers. But we've got a pregnant Tiffany. I guess she's staying with her big ugly. However, Tisha's concerned that Kiki and Tiffany will get along. Well, that's because Tiffany's a gold digger and she's a thief, so they could intertwine streams, if you know what I mean. Oh, goodness. Kiki seems drunk. I know she'd want to look like me. I'm more mature. You are not more mature. The drug abuse has just aged you before your time. Oh, Lord, but now Tiffany throwing shade at Kiki, reminding her that Tisha said at the reunion she was Mel's puppet. Mel still ain't here. So Tisha's getting tired of Tiffany trying to tussle with Kiki. But in comes Mel, who doesn't have her voice. She's getting over a cold so she can sit out but still get her check for filming. I know your game, Huzzy. But fortunately, we break to go to our little events. Sound baths and massages and whatnot. I'm going to start doing sound baths. But Tiffany continues to stir the turd with Mel in the quiet room that, I wouldn't trust Kiki because she messed over her family, so I know she'd mess over me, and you want to be around positivity. So Mel's like, you know what, I'm just going to talk about this meditate room and not feed into your shade, but I see you, heifer, and I'm going to throw you up under the bus. Stormy sees the shade and just is giggling. But if you think Tiffany ain't getting her moment, you got another thing coming. She said deflection. Deflection. I'm continuing with my conversation. But now in the other room, Kiki gets on Kimmy for supposedly instigating the problem at Mel's house. However, she brings up a good point. Stormy was stirring the turd just as much as I was. I really only said we weren't in a good place and she's faking the funk with her marriage. Stormy also spoke on how everyone knew Marceau was cheating all over town, making Tisha look like a clown. The mealy-mouthed woman is sad and she frowned because her big ugly was all over town. It's sad but true, that's the face that's fucking you. But if that man left me, I wouldn't cry boo-hoo. Kimmy said, I talked about Stormy too, because that's when I just met the heifer. I wanted to know how she knew all your business. However, Stormy overhears, and so the other ladies go into the room to confront Kimmy. Tiffany said, well, you know, Kiki, you always claiming to be Mel's friend, but you teach his cousin, and it's family first. Didn't you leave your husband for a man with more money? Didn't you? And then he died. Is that family first, fucker? And that's where the shit ends, so I'ma see you soon for something. But let's get to a trailer review. Oh, The Ultimatum, Queer Love. So Netflix is finally doing a gay dating show. So we've got 10 ladies who love and Rob Dixon. Oh, it's couples that are here because someone in the relationship issued an ultimatum. So these are girls where they could be a good fit for each other. So it's either we leave engaged or we're done. They're like, come on, it's time for the U-Haul. So a lot of these girls are like, I want stability, and the other one's like, I want freedom. I wonder how this is gonna work. I think it's gonna be high drama. I can hear the tears coming. Okay, I can agree with the one that said, if you don't like my dog, you can get out. Oop, you said you wanted to marry me, but you fell in love with someone else in a week and a half. I mean, honey, you wasn't ready to pull the U-Haul up, so. Lesbian drama, I am here for it. I mean, I'm sure Netflix has been watching Housewives of Potomac and Housewives of Atlanta. They've been giving us little bits of lesbian drama. Netflix said, let's go full throttle. Okay, let's check out the trailer for The Tailor. So we've got what looks like an Italian designer. He meets a model. Everybody's walking in the show. Okay, so now there's some type of creepy scarecrow. Somebody done died. The model done followed him back to his family home, and the family acting odd. Now he done locked the model up in the trunk. I thought this was gonna be the story of Halston, not an Italian thriller. It looks like high drama, but I ain't interested. Ooh, let's check out the Black Mirror trailer. Okay, we've got a space station. We've got a creepy diner back in the 50s. We got people using dial-up internet. We got a girl in a truck. We got a girl getting her butt whooped in a store. We've got crazy cheerleaders and pimps in white fur coats. Well, that looked cute. Didn't give too much away.